we've got all these super cool games to play, and Josh is playing Kerbal Space Station, Space Program, not Space Station, Kerbal Space Program, which you could play at home. And just to prove another point over here, got all these super games to play, and Ollie is playing Minecraft that he could play at home. So this is the power up section of the Museum of Science and Industry here at Manchester, and we've got lots of different consoles. We've got some PS3s and some N64s with no mercy, Virtua Fighter on the Saturn, a PS1, and a Super Nintendo. I had a Super Nintendo with that Street Fighter. We've got some Xboxes over here, and this is the PC gaming section. And Ollie is, what are you playing, Ollie? Minecraft, of course you're playing Minecraft. I don't actually know what that is. Is that GameCube? Yes, it is. It is a GameCube. And then a PS1 with Worms. Wow. An Xbox with Tiger Woods Golf. And then 64 with, and Super Smash Tennis on the Super Nintendo. And then an Xbox 360 maybe? Yep, an Xbox 360 with a version of FIFA on it. International Superstar Soccer, or FIFA, one of the original FIFAs on the Super Nintendo. Then we've got another Xbox 360 with Jurassic World, Lego Jurassic World, Lego Batman. This is the Lego section, Disney section. A Mega Drive with Lion King, and a Nintendo's Entertainment System, or a Famicom if you're American, with DuckTales. Just love worms. New generation. So here we have an Xbox One. A PS5, two PS5s. We have some Wii's over here with Beijing Olympics, which we'll be having a go at in a minute. Donkey Kong Country on the Cube. And some really old stuff over here. We've got an Atari 2600 with Pac-Man on it. Atari 2600 with Pac-Man. The BBC Acorn, the BBC Basic, BBC Micro, a Vectrix from 1982, never even heard of that. And 1982 Commodore 64, which is out of order, I was shown. ZX Spectrum, Sinclair Spectrum with a fake tape deck. Now I used to have one with a rubber keyboard in school. A Nintendo Entertainment System, a Famicom with Paperboy, Golden Axe on the Master System, wow, an Amiga. I used to have an Atari ST because I was too cool for school, and therefore I had to have, so I had an Atari ST because this is an Amiga with Lemmings by the looks of things. And I had, yeah, it is Lemmings. But I had an Atari ST because I was too cool for school, and I had to have an Atari because Amiga was what everybody had, but I had the Atari ST. And then I eventually got an Amiga 600, which was a smaller version, same spec but smaller version. And then we've got a Mega Drive here, which was known as a Genesis in America, with Earthworm Jim on it. The Super Nintendo system, which is also known as the Famicom, Super Famicom, with Star Wing. This is from 1990. And then a Mega CD in 1991. This is an expansion to the Mega Drive with a CD-ROM on it. Philips CDI. Oh my God! Didn't even know these existed. They've got a Mario on it. Wow. A 3DO. See, I remember a 3DO. Never had one. Way too expensive. And they didn't have the. A lot of these things didn't have the capacity, didn't have the support, so they didn't have the games, which is why they failed. An Amiga CD32. Never ever heard of this. Is 1993. Commodore Amiga with a CD player, Zool. And this is an Atari Jaguar. Now, a Jaguar was very, very good technically, but it didn't sell as well. So it didn't have as many games, so therefore it didn't do as well. A Neo Geo. So Neo Geos were very, very big in Japan. Not so big in Europe and America. PlayStation. Here is a PlayStation with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater on it, and a Sega Saturn. And then a Nintendo 64 with Pokemon Stadium on. A Dreamcast. So Sega's final console was a Dreamcast. This has got Crazy Taxi on it. And the PlayStation 2, we had a PlayStation 2 as well. I also had an Xbox, Prince of Persia, a great game, Prince of Persia, fantastic game. And then we've got the Nintendo Wii, which we also own. Got that somewhere in the loft, I believe. That PlayStation 3, which, in fact, I didn't have a PlayStation 2. I had a PlayStation 1 because I won one. And then I didn't have a PlayStation 2, I did have a PlayStation 3. But it overheated a lot, so it's a bit of an issue. I got that to play Red Dead Redemption. And then an Xbox One, which is from 2013. And here we have a load of virtual reality games. And then some arcade units here, a Neo Geo SNK system, and the Street Fighter 2, which we'll be going to go over in a minute. GoldenEye on the N64, classic, absolute classic. Mario Kart on the N64, another classic. Now over here we've got an old Atari. This is an Atari 2600. Look at those graphics. They are awesome. X-Men. Do love an X-Man. PS3, and then Zelda on the N64. Over here we've got a Switch, Nintendo Switch. And then we've got the Wii again, and another GameCube. Now you see, this is bringing back memories for me. Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. This and Super Tennis were my favourite games on the Super Nintendo.
You have been watching Munchy Road Hippopotamus. Follow us on Twitter at Munchy Road and on Instagram at Munchy Road Hippopotamus. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and tell us about any adventures that you have.